And welcome everyone to Scouts of Entertainment Napoleon Total War 3 replay. Today's replay was sent to me on Discord by DOBRY. Hopefully I got your name right. And before we get started, if you'd like to send me through other Napoleon Total War 3 replays such as this, there are now links at the bottom of your screen and also in the description below. There's also a PayPal option, Subscribestar, Patreon, and Stream Destination link also in the description below if you'd like to support my work. But if that's not an option for you, then please remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tick that bell for notifications, leave your own thoughts about the battle in the comment section below. With that, let's get in with the replay. So today's replay is on Austria 3B. The teams are, on the attacker side, Otto, Crimea, Russia, and Pacific. On the defenders we have Bring Back Militia, Griffin 8991, and Lebergis Felish Machine. So it's a clan battle. I think it's like XV versus RC. So I'll put up the teams, the factions as we see them. So on the blue team today we have Napoli, we have Polska, and we have France 1805 to 1808. I don't know about the red team factions as of yet, but we'll put on their faction list once we see all three. We got actually might do that almost now. We got Austria 1809, we've got United Kingdom 1815, and we have Osmali over here as well. So those are the red team factions. But we're a little ways off yet from an engagement, so we'll do a small cut here and come back shortly. Alright guys, we're back. I think we've got Polska going in here. They're going after some skirmishers left out in the open. We've got some English cat coming to head them off, but Polska's going in anyway. This is a suicide run here for Polska.
Our men are running.
Yeah, Polska breaks, as expected. No reinforcements charged in there with Polska. I wonder why he went ahead with that. It was a bit of a gamble. You got some kills, not too many, and he didn't break the unit as intended. Now, in the break there, when we left you guys, we had the French, the Napoli, and Polska forces all heading up in this direction. But as soon as they got here, Austria artillery, like 3 or 4 or 5 cannons, started firing, and that pushed the entire force back, and the whole alliance seemed to rethink their strategy. They fell back behind this mound here, which seemed to act as a natural barrier between them and the barrage from the artillery, because it just kept hitting this mound as it was chasing after them. Anyway, the blue team went back, and now has all moved through this field, and is in the process of heading towards this cluster of points, because we have 2 4-pointers on the field, one in each of the right-hand corners. So top has already been taken by the blue team. We assume the red team's already taken their 4-pointer. So this is where the deadlock will be decided, because we've got 3 1-pointers and 1 2-pointer here as well. So this is really just where it's at. So we've got France, Polska, and Napoli's forces all just heading over right now. We've got English is already in place. Austria's army is actually behind them, and could be shadowing the army at a distance, coming from this direction, because we can't see them move yet, they're invisible. Now we've got Osmali's artillery over here. We've got the dreaded 24-pounder cannons, I think. These guys are huge. Definitely the biggest cannons I've seen in Napoleon Total War 3. But, they're a little bit a ways off here, but a cannon that size and a hit will cause a lot of casualties. So, blue team's got to be careful here. Their army's really clustered up together. As well, you've got to be dreaming of a nice strike here. But since the battle hasn't begun yet, and we're still a little ways off, I thought I might give you an update, and we'll see you soon. Okay guys, we're back. Polska's for some reason running directly across the English forces here. He's running around this unit that can form square, and is charging directly into the English lines. The funny thing is, all of these units they're charging into can form square. There's a few that can't. And question that charge. But you know, let's do a quick review. I'm seeing some dead soldiers there, so maybe the charge paid off to a degree. We've got some Kingdom and Legion 6-pounders here. That was causing the French infantry some grief. Fortunately for them, most of them are getting back up. But they're getting pretty close, and that artillery will have heavy consequences on their lines. In fact, that artillery is having good hits on the whole blue team alliance as a whole. Now the English are firing onto the French. The French are just forming up now. We've got plenty of artillery here. We also got some French artillery lined up perfectly on the English lines here. If only they can get firing, they can probably get potentially a lot of nice kills here. But now France is firing. And France for the moment has a superior force here, but that actually has an added bonus, as it lures the English into a false sense of security, at least until the French artillery can get going. And now the English sees the threat. They might get one shot off here. Oh, here we go. Didn't see that anyway. The artillery can still get a lot of good hits here. We've got Napoli with one unit over here out of place. Got Cav supporting them. Pulse is going in. These units can form a square here, but the English player needs to be paying attention. And he's not. Cav got in there. But it didn't seem to be that good of a charge. Now the artillery's getting ready to fire again. Okay, the artillery's heading over here. Can't see anything. So we've got some artillery from Polska coming in. Now with the English being in the trees, it's hard to see how bad they've been affected so far in the combat. France is a little bit easier to tell. So light casualties all around. Well, this unit's lost about 20 men. Probably the worst hit so far. This one's hot on its heels. Cluster shot. Took out about 4 people there. So Pulse is just sort of backing France up in reserve. France is moving forward, but Blue Team's got to be thinking of Osmali here, because France's right left flank now is getting pretty exposed the closer that Osmali moves in. And their reinforcements are a little bit ways off here, and they got to wheel around to face it. It looks like we've got a charge going for the English artillery here. There was a delay there. Did they break the artillery crew? They did. So maybe they got in there after all. France is moving forward. And Austria's moving in from the rear. We got Polska sending in some light cavalry. They're actually pulling back. We have some Milza Rodko. Not doing too well here against the Austrian cavalry. So we've got some sort of box here forming, a 3-sided box forming on the blue team here. But France and Napoli is really trying to push hard here against the English. Whether that pulls off, whether they can push English back enough to take the town, that's another question entirely.
Our men are running, sir.
And the red team's got to be wanting Austria to move in quickly. France is hot on the English's heels here. I mean, they're really running. They're going to get off a nice volley here. The English units here got to fall back. They're about to be exposed. Pulse is going in again with the cavalry. English forming square. Pulse looks like they shifted targets. And they're broken. Okay, Austria is still coming in. England's really being pushed hard here. Osmali hasn't really been affected too much by the combat. They're sort of holding back a little bit. Got plenty of Osmali cav there in the background. Polska should be able to deal with him. And, well, Polska's cavalry, Polska's infantry will be facing up against the Austrians for sure. And France has left some units back here as well. The accuracy for these units cannot be that great. Nothing else I can see happening on the map here. France moving in. English have taken the 1 pointer house. They might proceed to capture the other houses and try to hold down or hold out in them. France is moving to overwhelm Osmani's left flank here. They easily outmatched them. And, geez, the English could lose his general here if he's not careful. They just lost 2 members of the general unit. Trying to see where the general is.
Orders understood.
Now we've got troops just getting over the barricades and falling back. Some light dragoons. I think that's the Austrian general unit there. He's a little ways away from the rest of his force, I think. Polska's trying to take the house. It's going to be a little bit hard to fight inside a building with bows and arrows. Polska is winning that fight. Napoli's being very aggressive. A couple of the units can form a square, so they can protect themselves against this scout. It's a lot of cav. 103 members there.
Our men are running.
Easily over 200, almost 300 forces there. So Napoli is fighting Osmali for it. The Grenadiers of Polska couldn't defeat guys with bows and arrows. This is weird. Austria was moving in, but they've fallen back a bit. Oh, nice hit from the artillery. It's possible that was from Osmali. He's got a few artillery pieces set up here on the hill.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
The cannons aren't as big as this baby here, but it's close. Who are they firing at? You wonder. Alright. France moving out to face Austria. France and Napoli also moving to take the town. We've got Polska sort of just hovering in the background there, just shadowing Austrians' cav. So he's trying to provide some sort of rear guard here for the force. We've got almost a circle defense here. It's a slight circle, a little bit messy, but it's still a circle. Slight gap here, which maybe Austria could slip in here and exploit and just disrupt the entire inner workings of the circle. Maybe do some rear charges into the France and Polska lines. We'll have to wait and see. And Polska cav here is facing up against the Osmani cav. If they shift their positions to try and take out the Austrian cav, that leaves the right flank of Napoli open. So Polska just can't charge in his cav. At the drop of a hat, he needs to be careful where he charges. He needs to pick his targets. Meanwhile, Austrians are busy firing on the French. French choosing to get in pretty close here. Losing a few men in the process. There's 3 members there. Got the French general nearby just to boost the morale of his troops. These guys are taking a few casualties.
Our men are running, sir.
Not as bad on this front. Oh, we got a big cav battle. Finally happened. Where's all the Austrian cav? I think Polska needs some support. Napoli's got some forces here forming square. Well, a couple units here, in fact. It's definitely helping Polska stay alive.
Our men are running, sir.
Polska redirecting his forces to face the horde of Osmali and Austria. Those cav units in the background there are broken. We also got English cav here now too. Horse guards, the blues. Polska's cav is breaking.
Our men are running, sir.
Well, the red team smashed through the blue defensive circle. How they reform them is another question entirely. It's a lot of cav. See, this is interesting. We got Polska units here that can turn around and start firing into the ranks of the Austrians, but they're not doing it.
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, one unit's finally done. They're just trying to maybe reform themselves. We've got a blue team general, Otto Crimea, just died. In that circle there where all that cav is. He was in there somehow. Now can you charge it in? No, they're broken. Okay, so both sides took a hit there in a big way. Yeah, it seems like English has cemented their control of the town for the moment. It sort of gives them the lead. They control the most points for sure. I don't know, Napoli won't probably hold this house if the English decide to invade it. France is pursuing Austria, but that's actually pulling France further and further away from its allies. And France has a really strong army. He has probably the most infantry I've seen so far in the entire Blue Alliance. He needs to get back over there to help out his allies. I think Austria is just luring him away on purpose. This is making it tougher for Polska and Napoli to stand up to England, Austria and Osmali. Oh, nice charge there. France is, oh no, thought France was actually doing a bayonet charge there for a second. France is pursuing Austria with a vengeance. This unit could be in a lot of strife. Jeez, looks like 10 men in that volley. Another 10. Okay, they broke that unit. Okay, the English have moved up somewhat. We've got 300 men inside here. 39, 75 and 79. So they got half the number of that out here. Yeah, they might struggle to take that. But they're losing actually men pretty quickly inside this house. Those two big archways don't offer much protection, do they? Nothing too good there for Napoli. And so they're trying to get out of the house, but they went back in. So England's going to try and take the house. Okay. Austria went in there for a charge. Apparently it's Hussar, or maybe Hussar Austrian unit. Okay. France tried to encircle and outflank Austria, and they've pretty much crushed the entire Austrian force here. Only the general's unit really is the one that got away. Now France is moving to make sure they can weaken the Austrians enough to make sure they don't come back. Because some of these units probably will reform unless they finish them off. This is what they're trying to do. But we got Osmali charging in with all the might of his cav. And they broke their unit. Congratulations to them. They got Polska trying to break him. Not having too much success. Got some Austrian units over here still alive. We also have a four set of 5-pounders. A set of 4 5-pounders. I couldn't say the words in the right order. Damn it. Okay, yeah, as I said, French units just making sure these units don't come back, just trying to kill enough of them. They're just evaporating their numbers. See, now I think that they've done enough damage to that unit, they think it won't come back. Now they're moving on to the other one, which probably would reform if they left it alone. There are 112 members in it before, and as you can see, they're dropping like flies, you know? They're just carving them up. where the French are going right now. They're heading the wrong way. In fact, the whole Blue Alliance is heading the wrong way. Aren't the points supposed to be over here? Just wondering, like, where the hell are they going? Well, anyway guys, it seems like we're going to do a small cut here and come back once the combat resumes. Where it will resume, I don't know. Okay guys, so we've seen an entire shift in blue team strategy. They've abandoned the entire town. They're going to go for the red team's 4-point house, and thus it'll give them an overall point advantage, because the maximum points in this house here, or this complex, this town, is 5. So if they control both the 4-pointers, 8 to 5, they don't need to worry about this little town at all. So now I think we'll soon see the red team scrambling to get back to their house, because we can see the French, while the Blue Alliance using the highway to move quickly around the corner there, and they're really starting to move down the road towards the house. But they might have the Austrian artillery to face again, because remember, that's why they withdrew in the first place. But like I said, see you soon. Okay guys, we're back. As you can see, France has made good progress moving towards the house. Austrians got their artillery over here firing on the road. We've got a French unit shooting at Osmali cab. We've got some Austrian cab moving in as well. Going after, I think, the French general here, Claude Victor. I think that was the general there. Maybe the general's here. Both units broke, so France just lost their general, I think. Yeah, there's the general. He's not dead. But he is fleeing the battlefield. Oh, we're gonna have a little bit of a charge here. France unleashed their forces. We've got Osmali cab charging into the French unit. Okay, France broke the Austrians. Can they beat back the cav? They can. I think they can control the house before the rest of the red team arrives. Oh no, Osmali beat them. They just held on. Okay, there's someone still inside that house. The rest of the forces are almost here. I think they will get there before the rest of the Austrian infantry, sorry. Osmali cab just hovering in the background there. Polska and Napoli are a little bit slow to move and follow France's lead. Looks like they're coming. They're just taking their time. I don't think the blue team has any more cav left, unless they might try and snipe out this Austrian artillery. It could be the plan of these guys here, but if that is the plan, they better hurry up. What are they shooting at? They're just shooting at those Mali cab. French forces circling the house, but not going in. Little cab there in the background. Okay. We've got these French units acting as cover. A good charge there from Osmali. Oh, Osmali broke them. Jeez. Great defense from Osmali. The rest of the French army is here, but now Austrian troops are finally arriving. Napoleon and Polska still on their way. And we're running out of time. We've got 13 minutes left to take that house. Yes, Napoli general. Yep. Here we go. These guys can't form a square either. Okay, that charge didn't work out for us at the time. Now, the 5-pounders will fire a cluster shot here. You gotta think so. No, missed them. Not shooting at them. Given that Osmalian still has caps, I'm surprised he didn't try and take out this French unit before it got into the Austrian artillery. And I think there's a contingency here as well. If it looks like the red team will lose the house, they could use their artillery to destroy it. Then simply move in and take the town, because I think they still have units, men near the town there, and win. Because if they control that whole town, they still win by 1 point. And it's with this house destroyed. It's only going in again. They broke one. Both morales looking weak. Now with the fire support there from the house, Austrians helped Osmali win that one. But these broke themselves. They took too many casualties. Are they going to take the house? I think they are. Got 2 more units coming in. 1 France, 1 Polska. Okay, France is pulling back. We've got 2 more units here. And who do we have over here? Looks like English is going for the blue team's 4-pointer. We've got a bunch of English units here. And Polska and the Napoli defense. Our blue team must hold here, or this whole endeavour is for nothing. Both teams putting great pressure on the other. One's going to crack. We've got another French unit here. Going after the Austrian artillery, they will not get there in time. Austria will lose that 5-pounder set. Okay, Austrians in the lead, maximum so far 8-5. Worst case scenario here for the red team. It looks like they'll hold here with the men they have. This is really strange. Are they going to take out the artillery or not? Okay, looks like Napoli's sprung a little bit of a surprise or a trap. He's got 3 units here on the right hand side of the house. Oh, we got a lot of men dying quickly.
Yes, sir.
The English has plenty of men in their own, just hiding in the trees, just trying to conceal everything. And we have 8 minutes left on the clock. Oh, I wonder why these Napoli forces are over here when they're needed over here. They should be over here, moving towards outflanking the English. As Polska moves up, but for some reason he's just keeping them back here in reserve. We've got some 81st Foot that I think maybe broke before, but have reformed. Napoli getting hammered there by the English. Just travelling like this because I don't want to click on the map. We'll go straight underneath, way down the water table. Got 4 units guarding that house. The blue team does not want to lose it. Got 7 minutes on the clock. Damage is 2%. Shooting that far away from Osmali, the odds of destroying that house in time was very slim. Okay, the Austrian general unit has been broken. General's still alive though. Got another hit, but no damage to the house. That was Mali moving in, but France should be able to hold out against him. We've got Pulse's forces being overwhelmed, and they've got Napoli in the forest here. He's not firing. And we're dying man by man. Polska's joining their ranks. They don't have to beat the English, they've got to weaken them enough that they can't take the house. I'm sure the English player wants to move in as quickly as possible. If they take this house, they can take the game. Surely those Napoli forces can really help turn the tide here. I think they really need it now. We've got some Peregrine Maitland 1st Foot Guards in distance here. And they're 64. They're a long way. I don't know if Napoli's broken or not. It is 4 minutes 23 to go. Now those units are already broken. They just make sure they come back. Okay, so there's a blue team applying a lot of pressure here on the English, trying to force them back. Okay, what's going on now? So Austria's trying to move in with Osmali, but given this defense, I don't see the red team breaking through it. They have a lot of guns in that house. The French unit is chasing off for keeping the Osmani cav at bay. Ooh, okay. Down 37. 3 minutes to go. I don't see them destroying that house. It's definitely what they're trying to do. That's a big cannon. If anything can destroy a house quickly, it's that cannon set. Now, the blue team needs to hold on to this place. It needs to make sure it doesn't get destroyed in the time they have left. Well, we've got a 6-pounder here, very close proximity. There's also a house in the way. I don't know if artillery can hit this main building. Like a shed, so. .49, so that was a strong hit there. Two minutes left. There is no plan B. If the blue team loses this house before the clock runs out, they lose. You need confirmations to make sure that the red team controls those 4 houses for victory. Nice hits there. One minute left on the clock. It's looking pretty good here for the blue team. England's attack down there has failed. .25 seconds to go. I'm going to go fast forward through to the end. I don't see them breaking through that at all. And that's it, guys. Victory here for the blue team. By lock standards, anyway. So, congratulations to Otto Crimea of Polska getting 630 kills. Russia commanding France, 1840. Pacifex commanding Napoli, 564. Bring Back Militia, England, 1069. Griffin 8991 commanding Osmali, 957. And Nebadish commanding Austria, 1117. Okay, looking at the kill count, any standout performers catch their eye. Pretty average performance there from that army. But they achieved victory, and that's what's important. Thank you to DOBRY, CZLOWIEK for sending me the replay. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.